Hi, it's Mary. Welcome to the Paper Turtle. This is a craft along after the last haul video. I believe it's number 53. And hopefully I'm actually using things from that haul. I got all mixed up. When I have to split the haul up like that, I have to kind of keep things from the first part of the haul in one place and things from the second part of the haul in the other place until I do the craft alongs, and then other things come and go, and I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm working on, hopefully. So what I'm going to do today, from the haul, I'm going to use something from this book. I did make one, and I'm going to make another one. What I made was this little envelope pocket thing. The envelope itself I got in Happy Mail with some other dyed paper and stuff. I had it sitting here on my table, and I thought, okay, let me just use it. It's sitting here. I might as well use it. So I used that to make this pocket envelope thing, and I used pieces from this book. I also used this trim, I think came from this haul. I don't know. If it didn't, it came from a recent haul. So I don't know. I don't remember what's from what. I'm so mixed up right now because of those lost videos. It has thrown me off so bad. But I think that I'm getting it straight, and I think I'm getting on track here. So just don't even think about that part of it. This is a craft along, okay? So there's two pockets here in the front. There's this one little pocket right here. This is just from a old piece of scrapbook paper that had cut parts in it. It just fits in the pocket nicely. And this I made from the book, and I'll do another one to show you. It's not any big deal, not difficult. I just took a page from the book and glued it onto a piece of dyed paper. Again, that someone sent me. Thank you very much. I love it. And inside the side pocket, I made this card from the book. And it has on the back of it is an old, like front page from a book. You know how some of the old books would have a blank page in it? And they're so nicely aged. They're gorgeous paper. I always save that. And that's what I put on the back of this. And I just collaged a little bit from bits and pieces of paper around the edges of it. And that's that. So we're going to make one of those. So what I did was I took an envelope, one of my own junk mail envelopes, and I sprayed coffee on it. I have coffee in a spray jug that I keep in the refrigerator. I've learned to do that. And I have to remember I have it and remember to use it. But I did use it, and it's a little bit, it's not as dark as this one is, but I think that it's okay. It's almost the same, really. And it does have that crinkly feel to it. I was trying to go for a grungy look on this. I guess I just can't do grungy. I don't think it's in me. It's a little grungy. It's a little vintage looking, but it's just, I can't help adding the color and the, I don't know. This is more who I am than grunge, I guess. But I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to go with that. So we're starting with this envelope. If you have a junk mail window envelope, grab it, spray some coffee on it, and you're good to go. This one, this had a really cool background inside it. I don't know if you can see it. But it says on it, please recycle this envelope. Now, when I made this, it didn't even occur to me to change this inside background. I didn't even think about it because it just went. It goes with it. And I like the words of please recycle this envelope. So I left it. And I didn't even realize that I left it until afterwards. So that just flowed. It just worked. Now, this one that I'm using, it has, the background isn't bad. It's kind of cool, but I don't like that over here you can see the white edge here and a little bit up here. That wouldn't bother me so much, but I don't like this. So I think that I am going to cover the inside of this one. And silly me, didn't think far enough ahead to figure out what I was covering it with. That's typical of me. Let me see if I have something right here that I can use real quick, like, ooh, what's this? Here's a painty paper I did. Kind of like that. I like the blue color in it. I'm going to use that. Okay, so first I'm going to just cut a piece the size to fit in there, and I think I'm going to do it like 3 3/4 by, let's see, 4 1/4. 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to do the 4 1/4 first. And let's see what we'll pick up here. 3 3/4. Yeah, there's some of the blue that should show a little bit in there. This is paper that I made when I was doing my making pretty paper video. I think this one's just paint on music paper. Might have been, no, this was jelly plate. I didn't do that on camera. I think this might have been jelly plate. Yeah. I was just playing with my jelly plate because I had never used it before. And I didn't know what I was doing, and I don't think I did it on camera. So that's what this is from. All right, now my envelope, you can see how I tore it. And this part here is still not untorn. It's still sealed. So I'm just going to open it up like that. Like my letter opener. I love this letter opener. I picked this up at an estate sale one time. It is a little bit bent at the tip here, but that doesn't bother me. I just like this part of it. I think that's beautiful. I love cameos. And this is just, this was gorgeous. Oh, okay. Well, that came off. So I don't mind these grungy little edges here. So I'm leaving those. I think I'm going to tear this off though, because this is where the pocket is going to be. So I'm just going to tear that part. And then this will fit perfectly like that. I like that. That's nice. Okay. So I guess I'll just glue the back of this. So I hope you're all crafting along with me. Let me know what you're working on. One of these days, I keep saying it, but I'm planning. In my head, I'm planning, and I'm going to do it very soon. Very, very soon. I'm going to do my horse journal. And I'm going to do 2 of them. And if you want to do one along with me, start gathering up some horse stuff. Or whatever theme you want. And I'll do the whole journal on film, step by step. And if you journal along with me, then you can get a journal done. Will that be fun? It'll take a while. If you don't mind, you know, having a long-term project, I think it would be fun. I really enjoyed when I did the giveaway journal. I enjoyed doing that on camera. And so I think that maybe since I've been talking about the horse journal forever and ever and ever, I think it would be fun to do that one on camera too. Okay, so I covered up the background. Now you don't have to do that. Like I said, in this one, I liked the background, so I didn't cover it up. Now the next part, Heidi, oh gosh, my cat just opened my door and came in here. The next part is going to be to make the pockets. So you just fold your bottom up to whatever size you want your pocket to be. It does not matter. And I'm going to rip. You can rip it before you fold it. Whatever order you want to do. And I have to get up and close that door because my husband is in the house and he's got a podcast on. So hold on a second. I didn't want him to be walking around with the podcast blaring, and sometimes they're not good language. And my cat, she just wants to check out and see where I am and what I'm doing. I guess I didn't shut the door all the way, and so she just opened it and came on in. Okay, so now we've got the pocket here like this, right? But what I would like to do is I'm tearing down the side a little bit. Oh, look, I'm going to go right to there. And then I'm going to tear across again. And that makes the second pocket. Okay, so we've got this pocket here and this pocket here. Now, I don't mind this background so much because it doesn't have that extra white space on it. So I don't mind that. So I'm going to leave that. And then this is like really, really grungy over here. So I'm thinking that I am going to put something there. All right, first of all, this. All right, sometimes you have to do a little bit of fussing around to get things, especially when you're using these old envelopes that are ripped up and stuff. So I'm just gluing this down because it didn't quite reach all the way. And what I'm trying to do, I'll show you in a second. If I can get my glue to come out. What's happening here? What is happening? Okay. Gluing that part down. See, it's all torn, so I think what I might do is just tear glue right here. And when that dries, I'm going to tear. I'm being really fussy here, which I probably don't need to be. I'm going to tear this excess off right here. Boy, this envelope is all torn up. I didn't realize it was that torn up, but that's okay. That's all right. We're gonna fix that, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna fix it. So this is bothering me. Well then, Mary, fix it. I just want to tear this. It's wet with the glue, that's why. All right. Whoop. Stop it, Mary. Just stop. right, I've got my scraps here. And what I'm going to do on this part of the pocket right here, because it's really uneven and raggedy, I'm going to fix that so that it's not so uneven and raggedy. I'm going to use oh, how about this here? This is a piece of the book paper that I told you about that I used here. So I'm going to use a piece of that. I'm just tearing the edges so that it has the torn look to it. I don't need to tear this side because that's not going to show. And I'm going to ink it. You can see why it takes me so long to make journals and stuff. I take forever. Forever. I fiddle around, but you know what? It's all just part of enjoying the process, you know? It's how I work, and I don't know. Nothing wrong with however you work. Some people are real speedy and they get their stuff done real quick, and that's fine too. And a lot of times, now, don't let people fool you. A lot of times when you see the videos, remember, sometimes they're sped up. Sometimes they edit them and cut out a lot of the stuff. Like if I were like real professional or something, I would be editing and cutting out a lot of this time-consuming stuff. But that's not the kind of videos I want to make, so I don't do that. But some people do. So don't, my point is, don't judge the amount of time that somebody spends making their creations by what you see on YouTube videos, because they're edited. A lot of them are edited, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that style of videoing. But what I'm saying is, oh, I don't want to do it there. Wait. I gotta think about this a minute, because I don't want to. I'm going to do it here, I think. Alright, I think that's what I want to do. That might be wrong. I should have done it here. I'll do another piece to go there. Alright, so what I did was I'm just wrapping this around the edge of the envelope to get off those rough edges. Even though I like the rough edges on there, I have to do that, otherwise I can't glue it down to make the pocket. I'm just going to do it on that one. I'm not going to do it on this top piece. I just pulled that up. Because I think I'm going to leave that and just glue under there. Let's see how that works. Alright, before I glue, I want to ink it. So anyway, what I was saying was not any commentary on the way anybody does their videos. The commentary was on the length of time it takes somebody to create something. And don't feel as though, because you see somebody make something in 15 minutes on a video, that that's how long it's going to take you to make it. And don't rush through your own process, because if that's not realistic. And so, I don't know. My videos are just in real time and unedited like that. So this is how long it takes me to do these things. And if it takes you that long, then it takes you that long. That's not a big deal. Okay. While I've got the ink here, I'll just ink all this. I put a new ink paddy thing on there, so it hasn't absorbed all that ink yet, so I have to keep getting ink on there. And my ink pad is probably getting a little dry too. There. Okay. So now I'm going to glue down this pocket. See how this is like, I'm going to glue it on this side because I want to get, I don't want the glue to seep through the holes here. Right here and here and here, because that will glue the envelope closed. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just putting the glue on that side. Hopefully yeah. I want this open. And then over here, I should have done this one first. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the glue here. I didn't realize this wasn't glued here. I'm going to just run a bead of glue along the bottom there. Well, I hope I did that right. I wanted to keep the raggedy look of it, but when you do that, it makes it like really fragile and stuff. So now I have to glue down the little spots that are coming up. And I forgot to glue over here. This is a bit cleaner on this side, so I can just do a line here. I really hope you can see what I'm doing. I watched back the last video. I was all out of frame. All out of frame. I'm like, Mary, what are you doing? And I set the camera, I do put my fingers on the board to see, okay, it's this high, I have tape here, everything. And I still end up out of frame. I don't know why. Okay, that'll work. My goodness, I don't know why that ended up so difficult. Doesn't need to be that difficult. All right, so here's my base of my envelope, and now I want to decorate it. This one, I did some collaging. I used page from the book and some other scraps that I had. So I think that I'm going to do that again. Where's the book? Oh. Okay, Mary. Now, there weren't a whole lot of pictures in the book, but they're beautiful, the ones that are in here, like this one. I like that, but I have some blues in the envelope. So I want something with some blues in it, I think, if there is something. That's really pretty. It's got tiny bits of blue, but it's more green. Let me see what else we have. Again, I know I'm very picky, and I probably shouldn't think this much about it, but it's how I make my things coordinate. That's got more green than blue. I may not find anything with blue. I may just have to pick one. That's green. The poems that are in here are very old-fashioned. Very old-fashioned poems. Oh, was that it? That one. All right, which one should we use? We have the yellows, we have daffodils, we have sunflowers. I like the sunflowers, but there's a lot of green in there. And then the other one, there was a pink one. There's this one. I think I'm going to go with this one. I like this one for some reason. Now, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to cut this out of the book instead of trying to tear it. Watch me cut it crooked. I got a new knife because my other one would slip. These things here, when I put pressure on it, the handle would slip and it would all come back down. It was old, very old. I've had it forever. So I picked this up. These really cheap at Walmart. Okay. So this will end up going in this back pocket. Make sure it fits. Yes. Although you can't really see what it is, but that's okay. That's all right. We're gonna work with that. And this is a daffodil, so let me see if I can find a poem about daffodils. That was in the front, wasn't it? Let's see. I was looking to see if there was a thing for daffodil, but it goes by the other thing: prediction, pretension, pride, privation, and then it tells the flower. So I was hoping that it would tell the flower first. Oh, over here it does. Okay. Let's see. Daffodil, regard unrequited love. Oh. Alright, so let me see if I can work that into, like, maybe at the top or the top of one of the pockets or something. So I'm going to save that one out. And then I wanted to find a poem about daffodil. Is there an index? No. Darn it. Daffodils. Oh, that's a long one. It goes on to the second page. That's not going to work. Because I could just do the first stanza of it and put it on, like, on here. If I did this and this, I could put it on a journaling card to go in here. Let me see if there's another one. I know I should have done all of this part beforehand, but I didn't. So all the poems in here are about different flowers. They're not in any kind of order. And there's different, like there might be more than one poem about a particular flower. So dandelion and daisy. There's the sunflower. seeing any more about daffodils. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Dahlia. I know, I'm sorry. This is probably really boring for you. This is a really cool book, though. And the poems in here are like old time poems. You know, Keats, and I have a story. I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I'm going to tell this story anyway. When I was in college, I have a degree in English. So I took a lot of literature classes and a lot of writing classes. I much preferred the writing classes, but I did enjoy the literature classes. But there was one literature class that I took, and I don't know what was going on in my head or in my, I don't know, my life at the time. I'm looking for a card or something to put this on as to make the journal card to go in the front of this. So I don't know what was going on in my world at that particular moment. I had probably met my husband and was in love and didn't really want to be there. I think this might. I had to put the end of the poem on there. And so I'm going to see if this will work for me. So anyway, I didn't want to, my mind was not in class that day. And we were studying 2 poets on the same day. And I don't know if it was Keats and Yeats, or I'm thinking that it might have been Shelley and Keats, or I don't know who, I don't even know which 2 we were studying, but we were studying 2 poets that day in class. My mind wasn't there. I was absent. I was physically there, but my mind was not. And so I was daydreaming. I just was. And my teacher saw me daydreaming and decided to teach me a lesson that I shouldn't be daydreaming in class. I might have even nodded off. I don't know. I don't think I did. Was not one to sleep in class or anything like that. So I don't think that I actually nodded off, but it could have appeared that way to the teacher. I don't know. But she called on me. And embarrassingly, she asked me who wrote the poem we were talking about. Oh my God. I was on the wrong page in the book. I didn't know what poem they were talking about. I mean, I was like out of it that day. And that's not like me. I was so mortified, so embarrassed. I feel like this is uneven. No, it says it's 3 inches on all sides. And I named the wrong poet. I named the wrong one. Oh my God. I was mortified. And I was like a shy person. I was like one of those, I didn't participate in class. I didn't, raise my hand. I just sat there and took it in, I was so humiliated. I was like, I can't even explain how embarrassed I was. Never did that again. I didn't even want to go back to class after that. I was mortified. Class ended, I just ran out of there. I wanted to cry. Probably there was somebody in the class that I had a crush on, and ugh, it was bad. It was so bad. I should have tore that. That's all right. I'll tear it now. Yeah. So whenever I see those poets, and like I said, I don't even remember which two it was, but it was two of them. And whenever I see them, I think about that day in class. Oh my God. It was so mortifying. Teacher probably thought I was like the biggest flake. Now, I don't know how I'm going to put the rest of this on here and have it look decent. Oh, I know what I can do. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate each of the stanzas. I hope I have enough room to do it. And I better number them because 1, 2, 3. This way they're all separated the same. And I'm not just tacking it on. See, they'll be like this. This is 3. Four. I hope this was the right one. Yes. Okay. To get the size. Okay. That's 4, 5. Will it fit? Oh, no. I need a longer thing. It figures. That's not wide enough. I'm gonna have to find something else. All right, well, that's okay. That's okay. We can do that. I have plenty of paper. Plenty. Let me see if I have something right here. Or if I need to dig into my scraps. What do I have? Maybe I'll find something that works better. Let's look in here first. I'd like something with a little bit of color. I have this, no, that's, and see, I'm working with these colors, so I want something that'll go with that. I have another one of these book pages. I think I'll do that. I'm kind of hoarding them. I don't want to use them up, but why not, right? Okay, so was this width good? Yes, okay. And this was 3 inches, right? Yep. So I want this 3 inches by... I'm just going to cut the 3 inches. And then I'll worry about the length afterwards. This way I have enough room. I can leave a little space at the top for a topper like thing. I like that. And this is going to go, I think, in my poetry book. I have a journal. Oh, I got to show you this journal. Let me show you real quick. This is why I don't get anything done. So, remember my denim and lace journal? I don't know if I told you this story or not, but my denim and lace journal, you saw the flip through, and I talked about the swap and how I was apprehensive about doing the swap and this and that. Well, it ended up, they put the swap partners up, and my name wasn't on the list. I might have told you this story already. Maybe it's in a lost video. I don't know. Anyway, my name wasn't on the list. And so I was like, why did I not get in on the swap? Why am I not on the list? And somebody said, well, you were supposed to post 15 pictures of your journal, your finished journal. I was like, oh crap. And I was having trouble with my computer. My intention was to post a link to the flip through video, and it didn't get done on time because of my computer issues. So I missed out on the swap. Like, oh, darn. So this wonderful person, her name is Shauna, she messaged me and she said, hey, I'll swap with you. They gave me my daughter as a partner. So, and this is like a teenage daughter, not like an adult daughter that lives in another state. This is somebody that she lives with and they craft together. So I said, oh, yes, I'd love to swap with you. So we swapped. And this is the journal that I received from Shauna, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. This is the first time that I have had a journal made by somebody else. I've never touched somebody else's journal. I've never looked through it. I've never owned one. I've nothing. And this journal is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to do a full flip through just because for the sake of time, and this is a crafting video, but there's just wonderful things in this journal. And I'm going to use this journal. I added this. I'm going to use this journal for my poetry. I want to save poems and quotes and lyrics and things like that that I like. That's what this journal is going to be for. And this is going in this journal. I can't wait. I can't wait to like start playing in this and just using these wonderful papers, and she's got these dangly things on the side and all this lace, and oh, it's just beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I hope that she liked mine as much as I liked hers. So anyway, that's the story of my denim and lace swap. So I was very happy in the end with that whole swap. But I don't know if I'm going to do another journal swap anytime soon, just because that was, I don't know, it was a little too stressful for me, worrying about it, and then ended up not being in the swap, but then ending up with the swap. So I don't know. I need to take a break from swaps and stuff for a little bit, just because I was doing so much of it, the swapping and everything, that I wasn't getting anything else done. And I have my personal daily journal that I haven't worked in a long time, and I want to work in that. And I want to, you know, I want to do something just for me, just for my own stuff, or just for fun, or, you know, I have my glue books that I haven't done anything in a long time, and I want to play in those. And I just got things to do, so I'm just taking a little bit of a break from doing swaps, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I do a swap like I do my crafting. It takes me forever to put a package of things together, because I'm so picky about it. And I go through everything in my room, and I pick out what I hope the person will like. And I don't know. It's just a lot. And retired and I'm supposed to be enjoying this hobby, so I need to just enjoy the hobby. And if that means taking a break from the swaps, I'm taking a break from the swaps. If it means taking a break from doing videos, I might have to take a break from doing the videos. But right now, it's all good. All right, so I'm just going to glue each of these on here and make this tag. Now, when you have a book like this book that I have here, you don't have to take the whole poem. You can take little bits and pieces of it. Take just a word if you want. But because, for me, I guess because I studied literature, I don't like to take apart a poem. I like to use the entire poem. Unless it's, you know, like some really long Paradise Lost or something. I wouldn't take the whole poem, but, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it does the author an injustice to break up their work. And I could be wrong in that. That's just the way that I think. So if I use a poem or something, then I use the whole thing if I can. If I can't, like Paradise Lost, I wouldn't take the entire poem. Canterbury Tales. But I have a staple in here. I need to get a different piece of paper here. I have staples in here that I was practicing with staples. Practicing. I don't need to practice stapling. I'll explain that in a second. That was kind of fun. Where was I? I don't know. I get so sidetracked when I'm talking. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, so like my Outlander journal. I will use snippets from the book because that's a book. But a short poem, I would use the whole poem. I don't know. You don't have to. That's just me. That's my own way of thinking. Which I'm weird. You have to know that about me. I'm a little weird. I've been told that. I was told, I went to a high school reunion, and there was this guy there that, from my high school. You know, I went to a small school. This was up north, and everybody knew everybody else. You know, we had 220 people in our graduating class, and we all pretty much knew who each other was. We may not, you know, it was very cliquey, so we weren't all friends or anything, but we knew who each person was. But I was like very, very quiet and very, very shy. And I honestly did not think that there were, I thought that there were people in my school that didn't know who I was, that didn't know I existed. I mean, that's just how I thought. Because I was very quiet and shy. So anyway, we went to this reunion, and this guy from my high school obviously was there. And I can't get the cutter in camera, sorry. And so after the reunion, some of us were all staying in the same hotel, and the hotel had a fire pit. So after the reunion, some of us went and gathered around the fire pit, and we were just chit-chatting and talking and stuff. And he was there, and we were all talking. And I asked him if he remembered me, if he knew who I was. And he says, yeah, I remember you. And he says, what I remember about you is you were a little bit odd. I was like, what? And he says, he says, yeah, at first you were really shy and quiet. And then as the years went on by senior year, you were really outgoing and you didn't give a shit what anybody thought. And I was like, really? That was your impression of me? Why did you think I was a little odd? And he says, I don't know, you just had odd mannerisms. Now, my first thought was, no, he's got me mixed up with somebody else. He can't be talking about me. I didn't have odd mannerisms. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, maybe I did have odd mannerisms. I don't know. I was very shy, and I think that people took my shyness as being a little strange and different. And that's okay. That's fine. You know, that was a long time ago. But, you know, given, that's really pretty, but I don't think it goes with what I'm doing. Given my recent experiences with my longtime kind of former friend, that doesn't go either. You know, and the fact that at this point I have no friends, none. I have no friends. I don't have one friend. That's really pathetic and pitiful. I know. I can't, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's the way it is. I am who I am, and if people think that I'm strange or odd, or they don't want to be around me for whatever reason, I like this, but again, I don't know if it goes, then, you know, I have to accept that that's their problem, because I can't change who I am. This is me, and I might be a little odd to some people, but oh well, then don't hang out with me. All right, I have this. It's not daffodils, and I don't know if it's quite, I don't know, I kind of like it though. I don't know if it's quite grungy enough. Am I going for grunge? I don't know if I'm necessarily going for grunge. If I wanted to, I have this, and I don't like that. I have this. So I've learned to embrace the weird. I'm trying to embrace the weird. I think I like this one. I'm 60 years old. I'm not going to change who I am. And when I look back on my life, I realize that I have my quirks. Everybody has their quirks. Every single person. That's what makes us an individual person. And some people may like my quirks, and some people may not. And those that don't, hey, they're missing out on knowing a fun, quirky person. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. It's just, we're all people and we're all different. And, you know, not everybody likes everybody, and that's going to have to be okay. That's the way it is. And I'm getting very used to being alone without anybody except my husband. And thank God I love my husband to death. Because boy, if I didn't, I'd probably be like depressed all the time or something. But I'm not. I'm you know, my mind is in a good place, and I don't mind being alone, because I'm used to it. My entire life I've been a loner, so I'm alone. And that's okay. All right, there we go. I was afraid it wasn't going to fit in there. Now, this one is a little bit tall, and it is covering the window, but I'm all right with that, because then it will be like an element of surprise when you do find that there's something in the window. And I think what I'm going to do feel like I should back this because it's a little bit, it's not like super flimsy paper, but there's a little bit of a crease in it, and I'm really afraid that it will tear. So I'm going to back this, and I'm going to get my box again. Now I have this, which is very similar to this. Do I want to use that, or do I want something with some color? Let me see what else I have. You know, I'm all about the color. And it doesn't have to be like bright pinks and blues and stuff. Just a little bit of contrast, I think. That's what I'm looking for. I might have to go into some other papers. These are all like book pages and small pieces, and I don't think I have anything. All right, I don't. So I'm going to be right back. You guys, I didn't time the video. I don't know how much time I've spent. Why do I forget to time the video all the time? So I have this dyed paper that people have sent me. I made a plea. I didn't really, I inadvertently made a plea, I guess, when I said that I don't have dyed paper and I don't dye my paper. Some very nice people offered to swap with me. So I did a couple of swaps. That's really grungy. Maybe a little too grungy for this one. I did a couple of swaps and got some dyed paper. And it is absolutely gorgeous dyed paper that I was sent. Oh, I like that one. That's a little bit of geez, Mary, contrast, but not like super grungy. Okay. So people sent me some dyed paper, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I absolutely love it, and I thank you so much for doing those swaps and sending me that, because yeah, it's something I didn't have much of. Now I do. I have a good little supply of what people sent me. So that's going to help. I mean, I've used some of it already, and it really will help me when I'm making a journal to have that nice dyed paper for signature pages too. You know, you can do so much with it. That when I first started doing this, I was like, oh, I don't know about the dyed paper thing. I really didn't. I was like, I don't know if that's my thing. I'm going to do it right to the corner so as not to waste any tiny bit of it. And I didn't think that I was going to like working with dyed paper. It just, I don't know, I wasn't into the vintage look, I guess. But then I got some, and I used it, and I was like, ooh, I really like this. So now I like the dyed paper, and I like all kinds. Like, you know, some are super grungy, some are not so grungy, some are light colored, some are different colors. They're done on different kinds of paper. I've been given envelopes and guest checks, and I mean, all kinds of things. And oh my gosh, I love it all. It's just all so absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm a dyed paper junkie. And yeah, your tastes change. I think I'm going to tear this. And sometimes if you haven't used something, you sometimes think that you won't like it until you actually use it, and then you realize, oh, wait, I do like this. I like the crunchy crinkliness of it. Some of the colors are just, oh gosh, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So hats off to you if you dye paper, because, well, this didn't give it any like stability, but that's okay. I didn't really need it to be like heavy like cardstock. I just wanted it to be less fragile. And this, I'm keeping this card simple because I don't know, sometimes simple is better, sometimes simple is good. So I got a little sidetracked doing these cards, and we haven't done the envelope, decorated the envelope part yet. Do I have time? I don't even know. I don't know how long this has been going. Oh well. If it's too long for you, you can switch it off or fast forward to see what we end up with, or whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's going to go in here, and I'm thinking, do I want a piece of this material on here too? Maybe I do. Just a little piece. Just like this. Let me even that up. That way, we'll know that there's a card there. Okay, so my husband has gone to the store and is now back in the whole time that I've been filming, so I think it's been a long time. I don't know if I should stop. I have no idea. Maybe I should stop. I hate to stop before something's finished. There, that's cute, right? Alright, so we have this other pocket here. But I think I'm going to find something to put in there. I don't necessarily have anything right here, I don't think. This is my little thing where I shove stuff. I'll just put that there just for now for show. I'm not going to leave it there, I don't think, because I think there's something better. Oh, look at how cute is that. I want that on there. What else? What else is in here? This is what I was thinking of, but it's eggs. It doesn't go with daffodils, really. I have a little flower now. It doesn't go either. I don't have anything right here that's going to go with this. Yeah, that's all right. I kind of like this guy on here. Okay, I'm going to just ink this up. I don't know if it's going to stay there or not. This is just a stamp I stamped on a piece of paper and cut around it. And this guy is cute. Sometimes when I'm working and I've pulled things out and then I end up not using them, like this type of thing, I'll stick it in that little bowl. And then when I'm crafting and I'm looking for something, I go into that little bowl and see what's in the little bowl first. And a lot of times I find things that I can use. I guess because, you know, my style is my style, so what's in there is going to work on just about anything that I do, because that's what I do. That doesn't make any sense, Mary. You're just talking nonsense now. Stop talking nonsense and just get this done. Because I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much time it's been. So I think I need to stop. Ooh, let's not put him upside down. That's cute. Okay, I think I'm going to stop it here. I didn't get the other thing done that I was going to do. I'm going to just show it to you real quick, though. Where is it? Oh, brother. What did I do with it? It's part of it. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so the other thing that I was going to do today that I have run out of time for, unfortunately, is I was going to use this napkin, these napkins that I got in the haul, and I did one. I made a tag, and all I did, really quick and easy, I just glued the napkin, a part of the napkin, onto the tag, put a little bit of trim on it, and this on the top. This tag happened to be pink. I think these were vintage tags. Somebody sent me these also. Thank you very much. And so it has this pink background hue to it. So I was going to do another one with this manila tag, and you can see how different the backgrounds look between the manila tag and the pink tag. So I was going to do that just to kind of show you the difference. That the backgrounds show through on the napkins, and it can look really cool if you pick, you know, different backgrounds to do it on. Simple tag. I wish I had time to do it, but I don't. So that's what I used this also from the haul to make this tag, and I'll make another one. So what we did today, this one that I made earlier and this one that we just made now, I think I might add a couple things to it. I don't know. So it's a double pocket. There's the one with this little simple little tag. I mean, so simple, right? You saw me. That's just a thing. So we have the two pockets and the side pocket with the background covered on the inside, and this pretty journaling card in there. So that's all we have for today, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope you use your stuff that you get in your thrifting and your estate sailing and wherever else you source your things from, and have fun with it and take your time. Do it in your own time. Don't rush through it, because it's not a fast thing, and it doesn't have to be a fast, quick hobby. Take your time and enjoy it. And we will see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.